Attention, the following video is satirical, fictional, absolutely stupid, and is intended to be viewed for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to Untold Stories. I'm Doug Akiman, and today we're diving into one of the most bizarre tales you've probably never heard of. How exactly did Hanson's MMMBop accidentally open a portal to a hellish dimension? Buckle up, because on today's episode we're going on one hell of a ride.
My name is Andrea Stevens, and I've been a professor at the University of Nevada for the last 20 years, specializing in rare and unknown phenomena. I love Hanson, but when this happened in 1997, it really blew my mind.
The date is August 16th, 1997, in the mountains of Blackwell, Montana. The airwaves were dominated by boy bands, grunge was fading, the Dallas Cowboys had just plateaued, UPN was in its prime, and in the middle of it all, three blonde brothers released a song that would become a cultural phenomenon. Bop. Catchy, innocent, and oh so 90s. But little did we know, lurking behind those cheery chords was something so sinister, it could only be created by an entity so innocent-looking as those three young boys. Meet Cheryl Williams. She's your typical 90s teenage girl, complete with a Discman, Tamagotchi, Bruce Willis, and Mac Midnight posters. Her favorite movie is Armageddon, but her most treasured possession was her CD collection.
Hi, my name is Cheryl Williams. My favorite band was probably 98 Degrees or Enya. My dad really loved Yanni. Gag me with a spoon. So I guess I just wanted to find something different. That's when I fell in absolute love with Hanson. Like I was obsessed.
One fateful day, out of sheer boredom, Cheryl decided to play her favorite song backwards, on a CD, like we all do on any given day, a perfectly normal activity for an average teenage girl.
I thought it might have some hidden messages or something. Like, the Beatles' Helter Skelter or something. I guess I was up late watching some Sharon Tate documentary and figured I'd try it out.
But what she heard wasn't just gibberish. No, it was a haunting melody that seemed to whisper dark, forbidden secrets. Within minutes, her room started to turn cold.
After the third or fourth chorus, is it the first or second? I don't know. It was playing backwards, so the math is weird. But everything got cold, the disc started skipping, my cat Mr. Mittens peed on my shoes, and then everything started shaking. Even my Mac Midnight picture fell off the wall. That's when it appeared.
A swirling vortex of fiery reds and blacks, a portal began to form right in the middle of her bedroom floor. The smell of death and sulfur began to fill the home. A stuffed bear at the foot of her bed turned to ash.
The smell was horrible. I thought it was my sister in the bathroom again. God, she's always clogging the toilet. But no, it was definitely coming from the portal. It was gross. Laughing, even Mr. Mittens thought it was gross because he coughed up a hairball on my favorite hoodie.
Now you might be thinking, how could a cheesy pop song cause this? It turns out there's a good reason.
When you play MMMBop backwards, it actually recites an ancient incantation, similar to something you might find in a certain flesh-bound, human blood-inked book, except saying Klaatu Barada Nikto isn't going to reverse this one. Apparently, there was some weird errors during the recording process that somehow made it into the final mix.
This ancient incantation, unfortunately, breaks the walls between our dimension and the hells below, a kind of shortcut past the river Styx, if you will.
I thought it was just the psychedelics that I had taken from under my dad's bed when he was passed out after that morning's bender. I thought I was smelling the aliens again.
But then, the demons started coming through. They didn't just stay in Cheryl's room, they spread, causing chaos in the small town of Blackwell. One by one, they spewed from the gateway, crashing through walls, tearing through innocent standbyers one by one.
Demons. Actual freaking demons. Not the metaphorical kind that haunt your ex's Instagram feed or siblings' intestines. The kind that will rip your skin off your body like a used condom. These creatures wreaked absolute havoc. There was one in particular who, it looked like he had a beard, but could have been in an explosion or something, just hung out in front of the local Catholic church groaning on about not finding 72 virgins. Another one kept on talking about some oven in Germany, but its accent was too thick for us to really know what it was saying.
I saw one of the demons fly down my block and it looked like it was my history teacher, Mr. Porter. But that would have been weird because, he died a year ago in his garage or something. I think he forgot to turn off his car. so it couldn't have been him. I felt really bad because he always looked so sad.
People reported seeing shadowy figures, hearing eerie whispers, and experiencing unexplainable phenomena. Cheryl's neighbor, 6-year-old Billy Franklin, disappeared, never to be seen or heard from again. And what could Cheryl do? She called for help.
I got on AOL and spam messaged the band and a number of fans in local chat rooms, until eventually somebody called the police on me. Like I even had my away message on AIM set to please help me. Hanson's opened a gateway to hell in my room. Like, what was I gonna do? Wake up my dad? He slept through the whole thing.
Eventually, they responded and brought her to a local medical facility for observation. A portal to hell? From a pop song? Maybe from the Bee Gees, but why would the evils beyond respond to something so darn catchy like Hanson?
Like, oh my god, they seriously brought me to a psych ward while the town was literally being torn apart by some kind of demonoid phenomenon. WTF, guys? Get it together.
But after multiple sightings and evidence piling up, such as Marge, the bag lady at the local S-Mart, having a stroke after seeing the latest political drama on television, the town council had no choice but to take it seriously. They brought in experts, paranormal investigators, the Long Island medium, congregations from several local churches, even Carl, a local methamphetamine addict who claimed he could smell the grey ones. After huffing a can of gold spray paint, the local corner store clerk, Ahmet Hinomnomnom, brought refreshments and snacks. After consulting with local historians at the library and conducting extensive research into demonic phenomenon, they devised a plan. A path to victory that couldn't have been more simple. Play ABBA's Dancing Queen.
Historically speaking, hell has never been fond of Finland, especially their pop music. You'd be surprised at the number of NDAs the Vatican has signed over the years in order to be able to legally use their music during exorcisms throughout the world. This is a project they've kept under wraps for a long time.
As the final chords of the song played, the portal began to close. The demons were sucked back in, one by one. Carl, by this point, had traversed to the opposite side of town in search of a truck stop restroom where he would often commune with tourists, as did Father Miller, who was last seen talking to little Billy Franklin. Peace was restored to Blackwell. To this day, nobody knows what happened to Billy. Father Miller has since resigned from his position in the local church and has taken up a career in sanitation, working as a janitor at the local truck stop. Cheryl, now a bit of a local legend, got rid of her CDs and switched to 8 tracks.
You can't get MMMBop on an 8-track, so I figured it's a safer medium. Unfortunately, you can find ABBA, but I did just discover Surfin' Bird, and it's like totally awesome.
So, next time you hear MMMBop, think twice before playing it backwards.
You never know what portals you might accidentally open, unless you happen to be near a truck stop restroom where you might find Carl. Then feel free to open whatever portal you need to in order to deal with him.
This episode has been an absolute waste of your time, but I most certainly am grateful to have been here to waste it for you. Thanks for watching. If you're still here, feel free to give the old QR code a scan, or check out our other projects at www.dotlinktr.ee. Sean Twisted.